Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, monarchy of all ages, your monarchs proudly bring to you episode 67. It's over 52. That means your boy's been rocking for over a year. Monarchs of Wrestling. And y'all, guess what we're about to head back into? One of the seasons that was very good for us last year for viewership and people sharing all that good stuff. WrestleMania season. Rumbles is coming up soon. Saturday night's main event. All those good things. And Playmaker Size will touch on those. Right? Or when we will touch on those, I should say. Because we will, but when?
You know what? First and foremost, sir, congratulations. Big win on yesterday.
Thanks, sir.
I know it was a game that most people did not expect to see. They expect one side to blow the other one out because of the weather. But your team earned a hard-fought victory at home.
I appreciate that, sir. Definitely appreciate that. We got a couple of comments. So, riding with us from the beginning. Someone I need to have.
Hold on, wait a minute. Cole Johnson, first one in the chat.
First one
in the chat. Wow.
First one in the shot. First comment. He coming in hot. TNA should create a gimmick for Tessa Blanchard, the racist. I'm going to go even further, Cole. Hulk Hogan should be her manager.
No comment. No comment. Jeez.
He also says, my manners. Good evening, Monarchs. Good evening, Mr. Johnson. If there's one man that can drop a hot take and then give us a welcome, and there is no issue, it would be you, our good sir. Cole also says, congratulations to your Eagles, cool, and then great season for your Rams playmaker.
Don't feel that way right now, but we'll see how I feel Thursday.
Look, Benny Boone says, let's get to Rumble. Benny, it's gonna be a minute before we get there, sir. We got a thing that we do around here. But we gonna...
Hey man, we got 2 weeks. Chill.
Yeah.
We got 2 weeks.
Cole also says, well, thank you, King Cool. So is it King Cool and King Playmaker? I like that. All hail King Cool. I'm not gonna do the accent.
Hey. We are not Booker T, okay?
We could be Booker T or King Cool. We're not gonna do that. That's already been done. So, ladies and gentlemen,
y'all stay tuned because we got some WWE news to get to. I'm a little bittersweet for my co-host because of the days. That's all I'm gonna say. Just the days, not the person. Doesn't matter. You're gonna see the person still, but somebody switched brands.
There'll be some things to talk about for sure. But also, there was something big that happened that a lot of people didn't watch or pay attention to because of everything going on with the kings of media about the NFL. And that was Monarchs. Actually, I forgot what I was about to say.
Benny, I'm not even tripping, man. I'm not. I'll talk about it on Thursday on Ramley Talk. By the way, thank y'all for everybody who gave me congratulations on the news that I got from Ramley Talk. So awesome. I don't know if Cool got to see the post, but
I saw it. I liked it.
Yes.
I might even say congratulations, probably.
Oh, but yeah. Five seasons of Ramley Talk, getting recognition. I'm proud of that. I'm trying to do the same thing with Monarchs of Wrestling and see if we can get Monarchs some recognition around here.
Oh, we're gonna do that, big dog. We're gonna do that.
But hey,
believe that and believe in the field.
That's Genesis.
That. Yes, sir. That's what we headed to. Genesis TNA. They first pay-per-view.
By the way, before we do that, let me set it up for you. So those of you who probably didn't know, if because for whatever reason, if you didn't, I don't know how you didn't, because it's posted all over social media. There is an official partnership going forward with TNA and WWE NXT. So if you saw some peep on Genesis, that is why. Go ahead.
Thank you, sir. So we're just gonna get straight into the card. We ain't gonna blase this, blase that. All right. We had a pre-show panel. Mark Henry and Busted Open team. They showed a bunch of the people arriving. Jordan Grace had some comments for Tessa Blanchard in a taped promo. That's what it is. Ariana Grace appeared, said she's thrilled to be there. She's gonna be the one that is taking the credit for the relationship between WWE and TNA storyline wise. And then Ashante the Adonis comes out, dresses the crowd. He calls himself a main attraction. And he hops out an open challenge. It is accepted by Jake Something, who's a big hoss of a man. And let's just say that Jake Something won. And we're going to leave that there. We ain't going to get into it. Then we have Frankie Kazarian, who goes from a couple of months ago challenging for the TNA Championship to now he's on the pre-show against Leon Slater, up-and-coming wrestler. Frankie Kazarian won. Really ain't much else to say about that. All right. So we get to the main roster. The main card, excuse me.
I will say this. Asante Diva Johnson did win in something else, though. So congratulations to him.
So we get a redesign for the TNA Championship. And what I'm going to say is simply this. It ain't it. It's not it. I'm not even going to. So here's how I feel about it.
You talking about that X Division title?
Yes, the TNA X Division title. It's not it. Moose. I understand this is not something that you did. This is storyline. This is something TNA did. But I want to say, for the sake of not hurting everyone's eyes who's watching the show live, I'm not putting it on the screen. Okay. When I say it's bad, it's bad. You can go look it up, new TNA X Division Championship if you like. But what I will tell you is you will not be impressed. If you're going to redesign a belt, TNA, the belt should be better, not worse. That's all I got to say about the championship. I don't have nothing else to say about the championship. So let's get to the card because that truly vexed me. The garbageness that they presented us with. It vexed me.
Oh, so the X Division Championship came from overseas?
So then Moose has a match with Ace Austin. Of course, Moose wins the match. Moose is the X Division champion, the guy that was formerly the TNA champion. And Ace Austin is, just a guy. Not trying to be rude, but let's be honest.
Just another guy.
Yeah, he's not going to take the belt off Moose. We knew that beforehand. All right, so then we have Steve Macklin and Eric Young. They're enemies one week. Now they're friends teaming up, whatever. Versus Eddie Edwards and Brian Myers. I guess anything to take down the system. Right. So, lo and behold, shockingly, I say this, Eric Young and Steve Macklin beat the system. Great job in just completely making the system look good in one match and worthless in the next. TNA. Great job, TNA.
I did not do good with tag teams.
You have to care about tag teams to do good with them. That's the issue. TNA Knockouts Tag Team Championship match. Spitfire
I got this one wrong too.
And Heather by Elegance. Jody Threat and Dane Luna, Spitfire are still champs. They really think that Ash by Elegance and her protege were going to win. They probably should down the road because it did work the match good together, but they weren't going to win in this outing. All right. So Kazarian won the Call Your Shot Gauntlet. That's important, just not necessarily for anything to happen today, but just to understand he has the ability to have a match with the champion whenever. It's similar to the contract Christian Cage has with AEW. Just don't have to go through explaining it. It's similar to that. Most people at least know about that. All right, so next we have a match between Tessa Blanchard and Jordan Grace. And no, Hulk Hogan's not in Tessa Blanchard's corner, though he probably should be, because they have very similar views for people that like me and Playmaker. But digression. So got a good back and forth physical match. Tessa Blanchard won with her finisher that's called Magnum. It's like a diving code breaker. So she won. So another reason why I say Hulk Hogan should be her manager, the crowd was not happy to see her. The crowd's not happy to see Hulk Hogan.
They gave her a very victory chant afterwards.
Right.
That's the best way I can put
it. This kind of tells you this has got to be one of Jordan Grace's last, if not her last match in TNA. I did see where they kind of gave her the hero's goodbye after this, but you got to remember also they pre-tape so she could still be on for another 3 months of pre-tape shows before she's actually done. Even this might be her last like live event going for them. All right, so then we had a I Quit match between Mike Santana and Josh Alexander. Another brutal match.
This was truly an I Quit match. Just to let you know, this was truly an I Quit match.
Yeah. So the way that somebody won was Mike Santana put his boot on the back of Josh Alexander's head, and he was about to smash his head into the steps. So that's when Alexander quit. That's what it took for Josh Alexander to quit. After the match, Josh Alexander told Mike Santana that if he beat him, he would shake his hand. So he kept his word, shook his hand. He told Mike Santana he's a standard of TNA, and then says he quits TNA.
That's why I say it was truly an I Quit match.
Right. That's kind of strange that he rolled that way, but hey, whatever works for you.
I quit the match. I also quit TNA.
He literally quit.
That's the great use. That's a great use of the I Quit match.
It's a
strange way. It's strange way. It's a unique way, but we used the full definition of it here.
Yeah, it was unique, but hey, they made it work. They gave it twerkulations. I'm all about twerkulations in more ways than one. All right, next we had the TNA World Tag Team Championship match. We know TNA does not care about tag teams.
I told you I ain't do good with the tag teams with this one. I lost all 3 of them. Jeez.
The Hardys against the Rascals. The Hardys won. Oh, what a shock.
Maybe it's that partnership. Maybe that partnership party screwed me out of this one. But I'll live with it.
Possibly. All right, the Clockwork Orange House of Fun match. For the Knockouts title, Masha Slamovich versus Rosemary.
Yeah, it's Rosemary. Who cares?
And TNA feels the same way that you do, sir. Winner and still Knockouts champion.
It's what happened after the match. It's what happened after the match where it got interesting.
Yep. So After the match, Cora Jade crossed the line. Meaning Cora Jade came in and set herself up for a match between herself and Masha Slamovich.
Now, those of you who want to know, especially those who listen to us on the Real Wise Radio, shout out to Real Wise.
Absolutely.
Slamovich made an appearance on NXT though before TNA Genesis. So Cora Jade was just returning the favor.
Or was she just returning the favor?
I will admit she did look pretty hot. She did look pretty hot when she came out. I will admit that.
Yeah, Cora Jade definitely has had an expansion of her assets recently. I'm just going to leave that one there. All right, TNA World Championship match. The Blah champion, Nick Namath, versus the hottest guy in TNA.
He did it. He did it.
And
he finished the story.
They had to have him win, or there was no point in him being there.
He did it. Joe Hendry.
He get a standing ovation.
Is your.
And then he got a standing ovation.
TNA World Champion. They believe.
So you're new, reigning, and defending, undisputed.
Oh, you gonna go
TNA World Heavyweight Champion, Joe Hendry.
Oh, you want to go the whole way? I see what you want to do.
Congratulations to Mr. Hendry. About time they pulled the plug. I don't know what was the point in keeping the belt on Nick Namath. Nick Namath as champion was about as interesting as that's not fair. They were more interesting.
And JBL did show up, by the way. Which was quite interesting. That JBL showed up. But he didn't cause Joe Hendry the match.
So that was interesting. But yeah, the new standard bearer. About darn time, dad blame time, whatever you like to say.
They believe in Joe Hendry.
Mr. Joe.
They believe in Joe Hendry.
Finally, they believe in Joe Hendry. So yeah, we got a whole lot of really good action from them, and that doesn't happen every week, even on premium live events, pay-per-views, whatever you call it. Cole said it for me. Thank you, Cole. Where I was going was to left, so this is more acceptable. So we'll go with that. So Cole says Nick Namath having the TNA World Heavyweight Championship is about as interesting as Snoop Dogg performing at an inauguration day function when he said 8 years ago that he had some negative comments for anybody who would perform at a Trump inauguration. So Snoop Dogg said one thing and did another. And
just leave it at that. Just leave it at that.
That's very sad.
Because, you know, once you go down that hole, you can't come back. So you might as well just leave it right there.
No, I'm not going to hole. I'm not saying that. Not at all. I don't want to even give tomfoolery like that the time of me responding to it. So we got a couple more comments and take our first break. Unless Playmaker has something else to say before then.
Maybe you're going to take a break right here. I'll just save it.
Okay.
Because I was going to transition from TNA to AEW.
Well, I figure we might want to get a quick break in here. So, Daniel Barry Sports is in the building. He says, "Afternoon, everyone."
What's up, Daniel?
Boom. What's going on, Daniel? Beanie Boom says, "Playmaker could get my number from Cool. I'm designing some hot LA graphics. I'll make that happen for you, sir." My man Cole Johnson. And shout out to Cole Johnson. He's a Texans fan for handling the debauchery that was his game with elegance and grace. Because that was the Eagles. Oh, yeah. Things would have been a lot different. So shout him out for that. He says, "I saw a video of Jordan Grace getting a send-off from the TNA backstage. That was wonderful to see." Absolutely. And I think she probably still has to wait her 30 days, I think TNA is, before she can show up on WWE. But we'll see. Cole says, "Hot take, they finally placed the title on Joe Hendry, but the moment seemed rather subpar. The crowd didn't seem with it." Yeah, so the thing about it is he finally got it, but it's what I said I think it was last week. And I've been saying it for a couple of weeks. You have to strike when the iron is hot, right? Let's do some clothes, for example. You don't really do this anymore, but if you're a guy and you're spraying some starch in your pants and then you're ironing them, you don't wait until you unplug the iron and start to cool down to get them creases in your pants, right? You go ahead and do that while the iron's hot. TNA Dan Stone, I think, may have slid slightly on the iron starting to cool down before they actually made the move because they were in such love with one Nicholas Namath. But that's what happens when you don't listen to your fans.
Why does Damien got a bulletproof vest?
We don't get to Damien. So Cole says, "Yeah, Tess and Balea don't like Nick, and he is a smile emoji from Cole. The big teeth smile, by the way." Cole also says TNA cares about tag teams. They gave the titles to the Hardys, getting them out of the retirement home. I was going to say something else, but I'm not. Rehab. Cole says, "Nickname of having the TNA World Heavyweight Championship." Oh, yeah, that's the one we went over. We got two more. Cole says, "In other words, Snoop Dogg can cuss himself out. I would love for Terry Bollea to do the same thing." I love how he won't even acknowledge Hulk Hogan anymore. I love it, sir. The pettiness within me just rises and giggles with giddiness for that. So, Damien says, "What's up? Got my bulletproof vest just in case. Laugh out loud."
Why?
What's up, Damien?
What's up with the bulletproof vest? That's not...
Anytime you want somebody to say something extra, our guy Damien got you covered. You know what I'm saying? And it's okay to have people like that around y'all. So don't feel like, he's too much. We don't need him around. No, you need a couple of guys around that just don't care and will just say what's what, because it just kind of makes things a little bit more interesting. And I would say we all agree that Damien is one of those people for the Monarchs and other shows.
It definitely is, because I don't know what the bulletproof was for. Wrestling,
I know.
Wrestling wasn't. Oh.
He's not talking about wrestling. It's about the reinserted dictator that wants to be dictator. Just keep in mind, Damien is Hispanic. Keep that in mind.
Yeah, that's 4 years. Damien, you survived the first 4 years. I think you can survive the next 4.
But I'm not mad at him for protecting himself.
Being prepared. Thinking 2 steps ahead. I see.
Yeah, I ain't mad at that. So we're going to hop into a commercial break here, my good people. And let's do it. This one's for you, Playmaker.
Rams fans all around the world.
It's a beautiful thing to be a Rams fan right now. Stafford's back. We're going to see about Cup. And running back Karrion Williams to return.
Lend me your ears, or should I say lend Playmaker your ears, as he breaks down week by week everything in the Los Angeles Rams canon.
Number 99, Aaron Donald. Can't wait for 2029 to come to know that you are going in the Hall of Fame, and it should be first ballot, no questions asked.
Join the Playmaker as he breaks down everything Los Angeles Rams style in Ramily Talk on the Playmakers Blog Network YouTube channel and where you can find podcasts. Oh, yes. The tradition, the pageantry, the spectacle, the history, the slut. Wait. I gotta rep my brother's stuff right. All my DMV soldiers, stand up! And welcome to the Commander's Gridiron Report. You want your commanders to be repped right? Well, D. Willie is your man. Commander's Gridiron Report. Every Tuesday at 11:05 a.m. Eastern, 10:05 a.m. Central on the Sotoba Media YouTube channel. Music by J. Cool. Hey, Eagles fan. Join my man Cool McCain and a host of others as they break down every single game, every single week in an objective manner, and also from a fan's perspective as well. Remember, this cast feels just like you. Nobody likes you. And you don't care. Fly, Eagles, fly. Eagles Elite Podcast. Every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern on YouTube and other podcast outlets. Drew Willingham.
In this case, yeah, you put the blame on Kyle Shanahan for apparently not preparing the team enough for the overtime rules, supposedly.
Cole Johnson.
Peyton was considered the winner, and he was the darling of all darlings for Gerald.
With a special appearance by Tyrone Alizé McDummy.
Ain't nobody calling me. Text. Delete.
Join these two football enthusiasts as they give you Total Football Talk. Live every Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central on the Sotoba Media and the Comey Media YouTube channels.
All right, good people. We are back from our first commercial break. Real Wise Radio, 502 Angel Radio, shout out. These are places that you can find the Monarchs of Wrestling. What I will tell you is here in 2025, be prepared for that to expand. But for now, that's right. I also shout out Shady Sports.
How fast you want to get to AEW?
I'm sorry, sir.
How fast you want to get to AEW?
I don't think there's a lot that happens, so it shouldn't take us that long to get through AEW.
Because when I said about
they did another
to AEW, Tommy Dreamer said at AEW this past week took a step in the right direction.
Well, that's true.
Okay.
That is true. All right, so we go live. We got Taz and Tony Schiavone. And of course, the Masked Man as well. That trio does pretty well there on the
Excalibur.
Excalibur, the Masked Man. Yes. All right, so we had the Machine Brian Cage from the Don Callis family against the Best Bout Machine Kenny Omega. A lot of time for little chicanery from outside. Of course, we get a win froze here, y'all. So we get a win by Omega with the one wing angel after the V trigger. But then, of course, Kyle Fletcher and Lance Archer thumped onto the ring. Ospreay ran to the ring to even things up. Then they ended up getting the beatdown after the Alpha Konosuke Takeshita made his appearance. So apparently he's the big guy in the group right now, the main guy. So yeah, there's that. We also got a New York Minute from Chris Jericho. Nothing to talk about there. Ricochet came out. He got hit in the back by Prince Nana. Swerve came to the ring. He swung the chair, but Ricochet was the chain, steel chain, but Ricochet was gone. But Ricochet not catching butt. In 3 weeks, they have a match, so can't run them. We got some video of the CEO Mercedes Monet's Whirlwind Media Tour. I want to say this. If y'all would just give her a better song, I think she would be better received. Y'all really need to give her another song. You want to keep the CEO character, that's right. But CEO, it just needs to leave. Like, you really just need to give her a better. You got to do it. If you're going to have her be like 8, she's going to have championships 8 different places, she got to have better interest music. All right, we had a trios match. Mark Briscoe and the World Tag Team Champions Private Party. Mark Quinn and Zay. Isaiah Cassidy. Now going by Quinn and Zay. Against the Hurt Syndicate. Yes, the Hurt Syndicate. The Hurt Syndicate has 3 members. Bobby Lashley, Shelton Benjamin, first time in the AEW ring. Montel Vontavious Porter, MVP. And for a guy that hadn't wrestled in a while, I mean, he's been doing jiu-jitsu and other things. So it's not like he hasn't had any combat training or anything. He looked pretty good. We know who won this match. And I just want to say, this is a problem that we have with AEW. Your tag team champions just got beat. No outside interference. No extra nothing. In a triple threat match. Well, not a triple threat, but trios match. Great job, AEW. And not only was that happen, half of the tag team champions, Quinn, was the one that got beat. So it's not like you even put the pin on Briscoe. No, you put it on one and a half of your tag team champions. Way to build up tag team champions, AEW. Way to build up your tag team champions. Yes. Great job. We're going to have a match next week between the Rated R Superstar Cope, talking about great job AEW, and 1/3 of the world's trios champions, the Bastard Pack, who's in and out of AEW. It feels like he's here for a while, he's out, he's back for a couple weeks, he's out.
Cope gonna get a W. How wonderful. Good job, Cope. Good job.
All right, then we have the last outlaw, Jeff Jarrett. He came out, him and Max had back and forth until Max struck a little bit too deep and got beat up.
I must admit, I do believe that MJF initially thought his first attempt was going to work, but I don't think he knew his history of Jeff Jarrett. Jeff Jarrett can get down and dirty.
Yeah, he said some wild stuff. I'm not gonna go into it on here because again, this type of language and stuff that they were saying, we don't really talk about that too much, like straight out like that. Like we make an innuendo for certain things, but this was wild. So if you haven't listened to it, I would recommend going and listening to that.
On the contrary, Cole Johnson, I do believe Jeff Jarrett did get the better of MJF in that exchange.
Yeah, MJF just went to a dirty place. You can't talk about somebody's dead friend, bro. You know what I'm saying? He went to a place where Ain't nobody that wouldn't beat his butt for that. So that's. But I will give Jeff Jarrett credit for holding it together for some of the other very disrespectful things the MJF said. And then on Saturday, they found out that there will be a Continental Championship match between Kazuchika Okada and Tomohiro Ishii. So finally, Okada's going to actually defend the Continental Championship. Feels like he's a tag team champion on Raw. Then we had Christian Cage with Mother Rain versus Hook. Of course, Hook won. Hook's just a better wrestler at this point in his career than Christian Cage, the old Christian Cage. Now, in his prime, Christian Cage would probably have it, but at this point, Hook's just better.
And he still got that damn contract.
He got jumped after the match, of course. He got some help from Shibata, but then they still were outnumbered. And then we heard something that we hadn't heard in a while, and there was Samoa Joe's music hit. So, ladies and gentlemen, back from his sabbatical, Samoa Joe, and he's reunited with Shibata and Hook. So maybe they're about to win the Trios Championships. And I mean, they've got like 10 sets over there. So, there's going to be multiple champions. So they can win the Ring of Honor maybe or something. I don't know. Say that mockingly because they have too many belts at AEW. And I will not stop mocking them for it. Rene Paquette had an interview with Jeff Jarrett. Dustin Rhodes came to perk up Jeff Jarrett, basically. Then we had the women's casino gauntlet match. The winner would get their world title shot at Grand Slam Australia. As you know, every 4 or 5 episodes at least, AEW has to give it some special name. It just can't be Dynamite. It's got to be Dynamite here or Grand Slam here or whatever there. So, that's just AEW's thing. So, long story short, we go through the whole match, but long story short, the rookie, Tony Storm, rolled up Julia when she sprayed mist into Harley Quinn's eyes and pinned her. So Tony Storm will face Mariah May there. So interesting thing, maybe Tony Storm has storyline been playing rookie this whole time just to get this opportunity. And now that she has it, she's going to go to Australia and destroy Mariah May. Maybe she'll even be Thomas again. We'll see what happens. It could be fun. It could be trash. We won't know until it happens. But something will be happening. Any thoughts on any of that before we get to the main event, Playmaker?
Oh, no, that's the main event because I know once I heard what happened, I was like, ooh, boy. That result is not going to sit well with somebody I know.
And also, I do want to say that match was caked up and caked out. Thank you, AEW.
I had a feeling you was going. I wondered when you was going to say that at some point.
Thank you for giving us a large batch of cakes. Greatly appreciate it.
Because your main event,
Jon Moxley, Powerhouse Hobbs. Raise your hand here in the chat anywhere if you thought Powerhouse Hobbs was going to win the match.
We knew he wasn't going to win, but like this though, wow.
So if there was a point in the match later on. I'm just going to catch you up later. Hobbs bit Moxley's earring out. Hobbs got kicked in the side of the head by Marina Shafir. Moxley tried to put him in the Death Rider, but he was too strong. Moxley got 3 consecutive lariats. Then he got planted with a world's most dangerous slam by Hobbs, but he kicked out. Willa Yuta walloped Hobbs with a running knee strike on the ramp, while the ref was dealing with Moxie. He hit a spine, then Hobbs hit a spine buster on Mox. Shafir then bashed the briefcase on Hobbs' head, and then he got nailed with a Paragon shift, but he kicked out. And then Moxley locked in the Bulldog choke, and the ref stopped it. So not a clean loss for Hobbs. So at some point he may have a claim to have another match. But they were dogging him after the match, and then rated FTR came out. So rated R Superstar Cup and his buddy's FTR. And that's the verse I'm going to use for him for now. Rated R Superstar Cup, because that's what he sounds like. So, Playmaker, before we go to catch the chat up, any thoughts?
All right. So this is what Bleach Report put, and that's how I know this wasn't gonna go well. Moxley defeats Hobbs by knockout. Really? Knockout. Knockout.
Ref
right?
stoppage knockout too.
So the man who's bigger, faster, and stronger is the one that got knocked out.
Is that not good powder? I'm saying that's what happens when you get that quality, not just quantity, but that quality tornado.
No, it was just a pin. If it was just a pin, cool would have been like, yeah, we knew who was gonna win anyway, so it is what it is. But referee, stop it.
It wasn't high on my list of fun things that I saw this weekend. I definitely.
I think they just find ways to make you even more mad. That's what it is.
Man, I'm gonna say Tony Khan must be getting advice from Hulk Hogan under the table, yo, because they do not do a great job of treating the brothers well.
Oh man,
they just don't, and they just don't care. They just like F it. We're gonna do what we want to do. Whatever. We do what we want. We do what we want.
They got. I'm gonna use one of Cole Johnson's words. They got Ricochet looking like a buffoon. They just took Swerve out of the main picture completely. And then the guy who's bigger, faster, stronger is the one that gets knocked out. Oh, but they gave us the Hurt Syndicate.
They gave us black on black crime. That's supposed to make us happy.
Go to break.
We'll do the comments after the commercial. I've forced Playmaker to need a commercial break. So let's take a commercial break.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze god.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do two circles, and that translates to I can be the black people.
As she takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, 5. No, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Base YouTube channel. Whether it's news, the largest egg producer finds bird flu in chickens at a Texas plant, weather, devastating tornadoes rip through the heart of the United States, inspiration, a breast cancer survivor completed the journey of chemotherapy, and now begins a future one of matrimony or sports. Michael Jordan is shown on a photo with Diddy. LeBron James has a video extolling the virtues of a Diddy party. This has been yet another beating a dead horse presentation. We got you covered. BS3 Network proudly presents The Morning Shift with Cole Johnson, live every weekday morning beginning April 29th at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central.
Everything Boston. I love you, you morons. New Kids from the Block, New Edition.
Dear whatever the law firm is. Sincerely, the U.S. Supreme Court.
Ben Affleck, Matt Damon. Go yourself again, Jason Whitlock.
All right, Playmaker.
I'll go through the comments real quick.
Comments first. We'll start there, sir. All right. Get back to the top here because it's a few in here. All right, so we'll start with Cole here. He says, yes, King Playmaker. Damien's the bulletproof vest is not in tribute to the Shield.
I don't want anything about the Shield, but okay.
No, it's just I like that. It was funny. Damien says, I just want to thank you, Washington, for the late Christmas gift. Hey, look, fans, y'all can still suck it.
The pettiness has arrived.
Hey, I can appreciate it. Damien also says, not the Shield, and he gives a laughing emoji and a rolling on the floor laughing emoji. For those of you who are listening on the radio. So, Cole says, AEW. Moxley crapped on Hobbs like I thought he would. On to WWE. And for that, sir, all I can say is cold-blooded. He says, I will say this, though. Candyman snorted the right brand of blow this week. It is reported that he doesn't want Britt Baker in the company anymore. I wonder why. And I got to get a new ring light, y'all, because my one just decided just want to break on me. Thank you, ring light. We appreciate you. More sarcasm. Acts like you work for AEW.
I was surprised Cole hadn't responded the whole time I was laughing.
Yep. Cole says, oh, yeah, MJF decided to shame another person's past. This time the bored victim was Jeff Jarrett. And Jeff Jarrett did look like he was completely bored until he said it about Owen Hart. All right. Cole says CEO sucks. CEO sucks. CEO sucks.
Hey, that's a full. She has full titles right now.
So he gave her CEO sucks for each one of her titles. That's pettiness, sir. That's pettiness. See, I get it, Cole, because I'm a very petty individual myself, so I get it. Damien says, question with PCO being done with TNA and him smashing the digital belt, where do y'all think he might go? And should TNA retire the belt now that it's destroyed, or should they design a new one? They already have the other belt, what was it, the other belt. I mean, just make one belt, just make a new. I mean, you don't really need a digital belt. So yeah, let's just let that one go. We don't need that. We never really.
Oh my gosh.
But if you are going to keep it, I do agree with Damien. Rename it because it can't be the
digital belt. Digital.
Look, like you need to bring RZA out and let him say Bobby Digital belt. We don't want that.
It's actually a song called Digital from Atlanta. That's why that came from.
So Cole says, memo to Malachi Black. Get out of the
Oh,
White
he
House.
is.
Possibly
He's coming.
Oh,
He's
he's out of
coming back to the wifey. He's coming back to the wifey. We just don't know when.
there. Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna say this. If I was married to Malachi Black's wife, wherever she at, I'm getting there. Yes, sir. And for those who do not know, he is married to Zelina Vega. I am not leaving Zelina Vega in a room full of sweaty men, big sweaty meaty men. I'm getting over there where she at. Cole also says AEW presents Dynamite, the next one. Right, because it's gonna be something. It's never just
Ryan.
Mr. McCoffey in the building to talk a little.
Ryan knows his wrestling. Ryan knows
Yeah.
his wrestling.
So appreciate you hopping in with us, Mr. McCoffey. You know, so the door is always open if you want to hop on. Just saying. Damien says digital belt equals 24/7 belt. To be honest, I have more respect for the 24/7 championship.
I was gonna say I don't think no belt's gonna run with the 24/7 belt. That was just crazy.
Yeah.
Y'all
But
lucky. Y'all lucky. Y'all lucky we didn't have this show when the 24/7 belt was out. Oh my gosh.
The universe knows what it knows.
Oh, that would have been some.
Yo. McCoffey says, did PCO inadvertently introduce a new hardcore belt? I mean, that's how WWE does it, right? Bust the old championship, and then that's what becomes the hardcore. We got you with the hardcore. We know what you meant.
Oh, we know. We know. We know our boys.
Yeah, I appreciate the comments, y'all. They help get our juices flowing. And now it's time to talk about the World Cake Wrestling Entertainment Show.
Did you really just say World of Cake Wrestling Entertainment?
I did. McCoffey says he's hardcore. He's hardcore. He's hardcore. Got to do it a JR voice. Got to.
You is something else. You know that?
I know. My mom would say the same thing. You got to rest her soul. She would say the same thing.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we move on to Monday Night Raw, the second episode on Netflix.
Second.
Normal show, but a good show. That because it was number doesn't mean it wasn't good. I think we need to get back to having people understand that sometimes normalcy is actually good.
I would second that emotion.
This was a good show last week. Opening up with CM Punk, and we can all go ahead and start fantasizing of when this final match between CM Punk and John Cena is going to happen, since CM Punk dropped John Cena's name and decided to enter his name in the Royal Rumble. Seth Rollins music hit. Same old. He enters the Royal Rumble. Drew McIntyre music hit. He enters the Royal Rumble. But Drew McIntyre is on that same, what's the word I'm looking for?
Ish.
The same ish from years ago. I do mean years ago. It's all about stopping Roman Reigns. While CM Punk and Seth Rollins clearly don't like each other, and it's rightfully so, they don't like each other. Drew McIntyre want to be the voice of the reasoning here. Roman Reigns has to able to follow back. He is the only tribal chief again. What's next? You gonna let him win the Royal Rumble? If he wins the Royal Rumble, you know what that means, right? Roman Reigns has officially become a monster, and he hasn't been seen for 2 weeks. The man lost 2 matches when he came back. Finally got on the winning streak, and now everybody's worried that Roman Reigns is going to take over again. I love it. We need to stop Roman Reigns. I'll see all y'all in the Rumble. So, just to keep y'all on track, Drew McIntyre in the Royal Rumble. CM Punk in a Royal Rumble. Seth Rollins in a Royal Rumble. Roman Reigns in a Royal Rumble. John Cena in a Royal Rumble. Every name that I just mentioned has been world champions. That's in the Royal Rumble. Can you say star-studded already? And it's supposed, and as far as I know, it's still 30-man Royal Rumble, even though somebody has said it could be 40. But I haven't seen no reports on it being 40, so it's still 30 for me. And just 1/6 of the Royal Rumble right there. Those 5 names that I just said. How many more names that's going to announce there in the Royal Rumble?
But we know one will be TNA champion Joe Hendry. I believe.
I'm glad you said it. Somebody I believe that might be in the Royal Rumble made his debut. And we all knew it's the worst kept secret that it was. Who was going to fight Chad Gable on Monday Night Raw? Penta.
That's it.
Now, that match took longer than I thought it was going to take, to be honest. I ain't say it was going to be a squash match, but that match had about a good 20, 25 minutes.
They give it some time. Yeah.
Penta won, and he declared the era of Penta has begun. Now we just waiting for the whole situation that's with Wade Felix to does all this stuff over in AEW so he can bring his butt on over too.
That might be a minute.
It might be a minute, but we're gonna be patiently waiting, and we're gonna enjoy Penta while we got him single in the single round. All right, sir. Me and my sister went one way, you went the other way, sir. The finals of the Women's Intercontinental Championship between Dakota Kai and Lila Valkyria. Lila Valkyria.
I didn't go the other way. I said I wanted Dakota Kai to win, but Lila was going to win because it's Triple H girl.
Lila Valkyria, just like Chelsea Green, is your first ever Women's Intercontinental Champion. Hell of a match by them two. Hell of a match.
Yep, I'm glad they made the distinction. She's not the first woman to hold the Intercontinental Championship. I'm glad they made the distinction.
Of course, we all know who actually won the actual Intercontinental Championship. I don't think no other woman has held that championship since either, if I remember correctly.
But you know how they be doing sometimes. I'm just glad they didn't do it.
Well, Triple H is in charge now. I don't think Triple H omits history like that.
That's fair.
So Lila Valkyria is your Women's Intercontinental Champion. We should be seeing her tonight. I don't know if she's in action or if she's just going to have a promo / celebration. Round 4. And when I say round 4 last week, Cool and my sister both shook their heads. All I just said was round 4, and they knew exactly what I was talking about. Sheamus versus Ludwig Kaiser. Sheamus picks up the W. But it's what happened after the match that got people talking. A competition with your Intercontinental Championship, sir. Sheamus and Braun Breaker got a little in a shoving match. And by the way, here's my now Triple H. I gave you a compliment, but now I have to go the other way, sir. Why was the Intercontinental Championship sitting in the crowd for the second consecutive week in a row? Am I the only one that need to question that out loud?
No, you're not.
Two straight shows on Netflix, and the Intercontinental Champion is in the crowd. What are we doing? What are we doing?
Apparently nothing.
Come on, Triple H. Braun Breaker deserves better. But it did lead to a confrontation, and I will get you some news about that confrontation, what that results in later. Speaking of confrontation, Gunther, rightfully so, made his appearance on his show, Monday Night Raw, as the world champion. And then he was looking forward to some challenges. One on the way is Logan Paul. We just don't know when, but Logan Paul did throw him out there. But sir, I believe your number one wrestler showed up. And he asked for a match for that very world championship. Jey Uso.
Yeet.
He's asking for that Saturday night's main event. Gunther's like, we done this dance before, and it didn't work out well for you. And to be completely honest, Gunther ain't lying. He did kind of beat Jay up pretty good when they did fight for the Intercontinental Championship.
I think it'll be fun. We know who's gonna win.
But I did think Gunther struck the bloodline Jey Uso by his comments. Because by the you got the Yeeter Jay to begin with, but by the end, bloodline Jay came out.
Yep.
And anytime bloodline Jay comes out, it makes things a little more interesting. Because bloodline Jays are different than Yeeter Jay. So prepare for that at Saturday night's main event. Oh, and by the way, we will talk about that card because that is this Saturday. Down in San Antonio, Texas. So, the Miz was backstage with Karrion Kross, correct? And Sami Zayn showed up. And Karrion Kross put the Miz in a match with Sami Zayn. And I'm pretty sure you can figure out who won that match. Sami Zayn won that match. Karrion Kross is not happy with the Miz right now. But Karrion, you can't be putting the Miz in unexpected matches. That's not how the Miz works. Miz has to know his opponent for it to work. Miz was on Netflix to just be there, not to wrestle. So yeah, you put him in this situation where he looked stupid. Now, Rhea Ripley, Nia Jax had a moment, which was kind of interesting because out of all the people, you would thought Nia Jax would try to go after Tiffany for what she did. But she decided to show up on Raw to go after Mommy. Very interesting, in my opinion, how, especially the timing of all this. And then Bayley, who was in the crowd because it was in her hometown of San Jose, California, jumps over the barricade and her and Nia Jax get into it. Speaking of which, when you look at Raw tonight, don't be surprised if you see a certain somebody because Miss Bayley has officially transferred over to Monday Night Raw meeting. My friend here will be seeing Bayley on Mondays and not Fridays no more. So instead of going into the weekend for the Bayley cakes, you have to wait till after the weekend.
That's okay though. Because it just means I know every Monday there's gonna be a set of Latino cakes. It's gonna be waiting to be oogled by your boy Cool McCain on a 3-hour Netflix, maybe 3.5, maybe 2 hours 45 minutes, because they can be fluid with their time. But we do know cakes will be on. Latino cakes will be on for me to see. I'm okay with that.
I know you liked it on Fridays, though. It was a good way for you to go.
And that means I got to see the cakes Friday, and I'll probably get to see them tonight. So I got to end the weekend with Baby Cakes, and I get to start the week with Baby Cakes. I'm not upset.
Just this week. It won't be like that next week.
That's okay. That's okay. I get an extra dose to go with the normal. I'm fine with that.
And then Damian Priest beat Finn Balor in a street fight.
Put him on stretch and everything.
And Damian Priest did not care.
There was 0 F's given in that match. 0.
Jeez. I was still trying to figure out, is he really injured or what are we doing here? And then I realized, I'm like, well, the rest ain't called a match. Also, the match is still going. So Damian Priest like, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and beat him up some more. And then the idiots of Judgment, they try to get involved with it, didn't work. And yes, I called them idiots. And rightfully so. And yes, the World Champions made their appearance. The World Tag Team Champions made their appearance. The World Raiders to even the odds. I don't know if you can call that even the odds because the two of them by themselves can take out the other 4 members of Judgment Day. That's how pathetic Judgment Day is.
Well, you got to remember, we about to see Raquel and probably bounce.
Yeah, because Dominic in the doghouse. And he's so stupid.
He don't even know he's in the doghouse.
Are you mad? No, I'm not mad. You're dumb. If a woman got to smile at you and say she ain't mad, you done effed up. And Finn looked at him like, you got a lot to learn.
Listen to Finn and you'll win.
Because even Finn knew. Like, you dummy. You think it was going to be that easy? It's never that easy. Never that easy, okay? But that was Monday Night Raw. Any takeaways from Monday Night Raw?
It was good to see more of a normal episode, what you expect, and not this grandiose event again. It was also good that they still kept, highlighting the stars and different stuff. So it this feels more like what we'll see on a regular basis. And I'm all right with that. But we still haven't got the head of the table on Raw yet. He's coming. So when that happens, that'll change things up.
Is he coming? I'm kind of conflicted on this now. We'll see.
So
I'm kind of conflicted.
Netflix will only sign this contract if either Roman Reigns or Cody Rhodes was going to Raw. Cody Rhodes only appeared in the crowd on Raw. I don't think they're going to let him off SmackDown because then you're going to upset SmackDown. So there's only one of the two has to be on Raw for Netflix to have paid a gazillion, billion, quintillion dollars to have WWE. So yeah, he's going.
I ain't saying you're wrong. I'm just conflicted right now. I'm just conflicted at the moment.
It's needed on Raw. So what we really need is we need 2 bloodlines. Let me kick a little factuals real quick. I don't want to take up too much of time. Let's kick a little factuals. We needed 2 bloodlines. We always needed 2 bloodlines. We need a bloodline on Raw. We need a bloodline on SmackDown. The SmackDown bloodline, I think, is going to evolve into the Samoan SWAT team led by one Jacob Fatu. Raw, I think we're going to have some version of the OG bloodline or a new amalgamation of the old bloodline and some new guys that may be coming up to be with Roman. And he's going to now take over Raw and make that the highest rated show because that's what Netflix wants. As much as they pay, they get what they want. My thoughts.
NXT, ladies and gentlemen. Obafemi got to address the crowd as the NXT champion for the first time. The ruler has spoken, but 80 thought wasn't trying to hear it. But a sneak attack from behind. So the ruler's first defense is against 80 thought. I must say, for somebody who has never been in the main picture of NXT, 80 thought he sure has become a pain in a lot of people's behind.
Is he dating Ava in real life or something? What's happening?
I have no idea. I didn't know that was a thing.
No, I don't think he is. I was just throwing something out there.
You know, I'm gonna say I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, I don't think he really is. I'm just ridiculous.
So yeah, NXT had an interesting start, and then Miss Henley came up with the brightest idea to screw Stephanie out of the number one contenders match for the North American Championship. And Shotzi gets that shot. Do we believe Shotzi has a chance?
No.
Stephanie's coming for you, Henley. You better be ready. And when she comes, she's taking that title. She's taking that title. I don't know if we can call him all ego anymore. We might have to come up with a new name for Mr. Page. And he's a lot more vicious now.
His ego's why he's vicious.
He beat Dante Chen. And he did it with a twist of fate. When has Ethan Page ever do a twist of fate? When has Page ever done a twist of fate?
Maybe he'll call it a twist of hate.
And then, homie, look here, homie, and Javon Evans, I'm talking to you. When you have a wired jaw shut, you might want to stay away from the guy that caused that until your jaw is fully healed. Just a word of advice. When you did your video package the week before, you couldn't barely talk. You know how easy it is to punch you in the jaw? Why put yourself in that position? Why? And you lucky that's all he did was punch you one good time in the jaw. So I'm gonna need you to think wisely, Mr. Evans. Let that jaw hit and then go get your payback. Because you can't talk. Now let's put a smile on my co-host face. Because Unholy Union went against the Meta Girls. Winner gets a shot at the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. You thought it was going to be Unholy Union. But in one swift swoop, the Meta Girls took over the match. And they get the 1, 2, 3. So, it could be on SmackDown. It could be on NXT. But it would be the Meta Girls. Lash Legend and Mr. Kari Jackson going against Naomi and Bianca Belair. Anything you want to say, sir?
Cakes.
Oh, and by the way, the Meta Girls finishing move. That could be a dangerous one. We have a wheelbarrow cutter. Ooh, that's just ouch. That's just nasty.
All those cakes in one place.
Now, I said that I did make you happy, but now I got to bring you back down to earth, sir.
And I do want to say also, The red-haired one from the Unholy Union. She also got some
Aladon?
cakes. Yeah,
Talking about
she got some-
Aladon?
she got some
I'm gonna
cakes.
need you to know the name, sir. I'm gonna need you to know the
My
names.
mind's crowded right now, sir. I am thinking about the four corners of cakes right now. Okay, so you can cut me a little bit of a break. There's just cakes all in the back of my mind, like cake.
Now I do need to bring you back down a notch here because the slide of Kalani Jordan is continuing as she lost to Cora Jade.
But that's okay. That she lost. Because Kalani Cakes is still caked up and caked out. So it's okay.
I mean, this is a tip of the slide, man.
It is. But the longer the slide, the better the comeback. And when Kalani does turn this around.
Okay. Just want to make sure we get the facts out there.
I believe in the cakes. I mean, Kalani.
Fat Sam successfully defended their titles again. And the WWE Tag Team Champions decided to show up on NXT. And I do mean DIY. So
I do know they better be ready because they're going to get it. DIY going to get it in a few weeks.
They ain't going to get it. They going to survive some type of way.
I mean, I'm not saying they're going to lose, but they're going to get it when my boys get back.
And speaking of returning, after she lost her championship to Julia, Roxanne Perez showed up. And Bailey shows up.
Triple cake week.
Bailey tried to give some advice to Roxanne Perez, and Roxanne Perez went to CM Punk her out. If you don't know what I mean, go look up when CM Punk showed up on NXT and Roxanne Perez was there. She did one of them numbers to Bailey. And they came to fisticuffs as the show went off air. So we had a fight to go off air. Oh, NXT.
That's different.
Not even a breakup. They just fought and that one went straight to black. That's like NXT. Definitely different. And then we get to, you know what, Damien? We don't do controversies. We do facts.
Yeah, his question was, what do we think about the Jada Parker controversy? It's not a controversy until somebody proves something. Till then, it's just speculation. We're not a show of speculation around here. But I just do want to say, if there is truth to this, you should not be mad at Jay Uso. Just going to say that. Carry on, sir.
I knew you was going to say that. I knew you was going to say that. Because somebody put that on social media.
I didn't even see somebody put it on social media.
Somebody put that on social media. They did I think it was Dave Chappelle with Dave Chappelle when he did one of them shows and he was like, if he did it, so what?
I'm not mad. That's all I'm saying.
That was pretty much somebody was trying to say the same thing that you were saying. If he did it, hey. So, and what's Cole Johnson at on that one? He love him some Miss Parker.
Hey, Miss Parker. We all have a fondness for Miss Parker.
Yeah, but you know, when it comes to NXT, I'm Miss Jackson. You know,
hey, ain't nothing wrong with Miss Parker and Miss Jackson. Ain't nobody say it got to be one. See, y'all be picking favorites. I be picking.
Oh, I got multiple. I ain't. My girl ain't even make the show last week. We talking about Lola Rice. So,
ooh, she's definitely what I'm fond of.
Exactly. Now let's get to SmackDown before Monday Night Raw gets on here. Rey Mysterio showed up on SmackDown, which was interesting. But I think that was in San Diego, right?
Yeah, that's why.
That was insane. San Diego. Kevin Owens comes out with the Winged Eagle belt. And yes, they are still letting Kevin Owens rock with the Winged Eagle belt.
Cole has your response. We'll get to that. Go ahead.
I wonder where he was at.
No, he there.
And he talking about, and Kevin Owens coming about something. When you win the Royal Rumble, which I don't know why he thinks the Royal Rumble still going to win the Royal Rumble, or even why they even said it out loud. You'll pick me as your challenger for WrestleMania. First of all, Kevin Owens, you ain't even the champion. Second of all, you have a match to become champion, and we don't think you're going to win it. Just going to have to give y'all some foreshadowing for Royal Rumble. We're picking Cody Rhodes.
Too close to he didn't hold it this long. He ain't about to lose until Mania at the earliest.
And you want to fight Rey Mysterio at WrestleMania? That ain't happening. And it's not your fault, Kevin Owens. It's what they're doing with Rey Mysterio. In what world would they actually make a storyline between you two? The simple fact, Rey Mysterio was on Raw anyway. So that leads to the main event. We'll get there. I'm gonna get back to the women's tag team title because that needs to be talked about. Solo got booed out the building, sir. Solo got booed out the building. Jacob Fatu went on a rampage. He didn't cost Jay. Actually, he helped Jey Uso win the match because he attacked Jey Uso against Carmelo Hayes. But went after Jey Uso. Well, Jimmy Uso, so I say. Big Jim got the dub via disqualification. LA Knight wanted a piece of. LA Knight still wanted a piece of the Bloodline 2.0 because he haven't forgot. And then Braun Strowman showed up. What is up with Triple H and teasing us with these great stare downs?
That's his style. He loves it.
Jacob Fatu and Braun Strowman stare down. And you know we're going to get one that Royal Rumble, right? As soon as a certain person returns. And you know who I'm talking about. If you don't know, you're going to have to wait till we get there. And that stare down is going to be something. And that stare down is going to be something crazy. Motor City Machine Gun beat Lost Gaza thanks to the stupidity of Pilly Deadly. And I do mean stupidity. They are so stupid. They still think DIY is trying to help them get a title shot. No. Tommaso Ciampa can care less. And Johnny Gargano is... I don't know what to say about Johnny Gargano at this moment in time.
He's a douchebag.
That's one way to look at it. Piper Niven defeated B5. After the match, Chelsea Green and Piper wanting to beat up Beef House some more until Meechin got involved with a kendo stick. I'm guessing this rubber dance ain't gonna go away, is it?
Apparently not. I will say B5 did look good coming to the ring. And when
we're adding B5 into the mix now.
We're making it 2-on-2 now. Because we need something for B5 to do to the homies get back.
We saw a video package that confirms that the Queen is on her way back. I've been waiting for it. When it's going to happen, I don't know. I thought it was going to hold off to Royal Rumble, but probably not. They probably going to do it early since everybody's already been talking about it. So they might change course and just go ahead and bring the Queen back early. No matter what, I'll be happy to see the Queen. I have missed the Queen. I don't know about him, but I have missed the Queen. Speaking of Queen, Tiffy. I'm just going to ask this question. How did you feel about this match? Because I did not see Bayley getting out wrestled by Tiffany. I did not see that happening.
It was shocking for sure. It was shocking. It was shocking. But it was a good send-off. It makes sense that she's going to Raw. It was a good send-off.
Tiffany did her thing. She did her thing. Kevin Owens obviously defeated Rey Mysterio. But we know we have an unhinged Kevin Owens, so just winning the match is not simple enough for him. Cody Rhodes comes out and saves Rey Mysterio. And now we get to the part that I was to say for this moment. Before their tag team title defense, they had a conversation backstage, and I do mean Naomi and Bianca Belair. Of course, the whole whiplash thing was not on purpose because Candice LeRae decided to put that hair is becoming more of a problem for Bianca. Because everybody's pulling for that hair. And we all know how Bianca gets when that hair gets pulled.
There's one other thing we have to talk about that whole exchange.
Yeah, I'm getting there. I was setting it up. I'm getting there.
Okay. I didn't say it. I just,
But that hair's coming more of a problem now. Naomi says, I know you didn't do it on purpose. When she asks, can you just wrap that thing up, though? Because that thing is deadly.
Wrap it up.
And she almost hit her again with it. Trying to wrap it up. But the main thing is, Naomi comes out and says there's no new leads or what happened to Jade Cargill. Bianca's like, no new leads, nothing. And come to find out, on social media, a certain superstar tweeted, "You sure?" with a question mark. Can anybody guess who that was?
I'm already here, so it wouldn't be fair for me.
Are you looking at it right now? That would be Jade Cargill. You want to know why the world was spinning over the weekend? Because when Jay tweeted that out, made it look like Jay know who did it. Giving people the thoughts of one of you two did it. Which made it seem like so your two likely suspects are Naomi and Bianca Belair. And me and Coop have both been on this air for months and saying that the way that they look at Bianca Belair, we don't not see her turning heel. So
it's clear who it is. It's clear to me who it is.
So it leaves only one person in this scenario. Sorry, Big Jim. It's like you're turning into the good guy. It looks like the wife might be turning to the bad girl.
Both of y'all can't be good.
Both of them can't be bad at the same time either.
Yeah, you can't both be good. You can't both be bad.
It's interesting how that works. So we still see. Because I still believe that we won't see Jade until the second month of the year. If you catch my drift.
Maybe after that. But I know we'll see her by the fourth month of the year.
Oh, she'll be back before then. Because if you notice, and I'm just going to go ahead and throw this out there. You notice we haven't heard any women's declaring themselves for the Warrior Rumble. The Warrior Rumble is like 2 weeks away. We haven't heard not one woman declare they're in the Warrior Rumble.
No, we have not.
So that's a lot of rooms out there right now. And just for y'all know, yes, I do believe Jade Cargill will be back. Charlotte Flair will be there. I do believe a returning man will be there. I do believe another person is returning. Trust believe it's gonna be about 4 to 5 returns that gonna happen. And by the way, contrary to my co-host belief, a certain TNA superstar will be showing up in Indianapolis. And that's not 30 days. I'm just saying, be prepared for the women's match. The women's match might outdo the men's match.
There's a certain, I believe, debuting superstar who's going to show up on the women's side and might win the match.
I'm just saying, there's a lot for Triple H to play with the women. It's a lot for him to play with.
No Diddy.
No Kelly either.
Facts.
Let's get out of here. We're 5 minutes over, but I'm good.
We're getting out of here, sir.
Yeah,
all right, let me run through these comments and then we'll get out of here. So let's start back up where we finished before, because we like to give them to you in the sequential order, so that way you can feel them the way we feel them. Let's see. So Damien says, good to see Penta in WWE. He looks more happier than he was with AEW. Good thing he speaks perfect English. Just saying, laugh out loud. Andrea, you need Rosetta Stone ASAP, amigo. Laugh out loud. That's only being read because Damien is also of Hispanic descent. If he was not, we would not have read that comment. Just so anybody listening on radio knows. This is Damien Hernandez, by the way, just to verify. Damien said, I kind of figured Lyra was going to win. And to be honest, I don't think it was a bad move, especially knowing Dakota injury history. No comment. No comment at all. The way they changed the belts on these women, she could have had it for 2 weeks and it would have been fine. Damien said, speaking of Bayley, CW fix y'all crap, or WWE, please move NXT to Netflix, because cutting Bayley and Roxanne Perez fighting was stupid. Necessarily wasn't, because you got a video that you could show this week if you want to continue.
Yeah, because just so you didn't know, Roxanne was at SmackDown. She didn't appear on SmackDown. She was at SmackDown.
There you go.
And then
the
extra stuff that SmackDown does and what they do with SmackDown off air. Brian Saxon got an interview with Roxanne. So guess who she called out?
I'm going to guess Miss Cakes herself.
Yeah.
Damien also says, with this TNA and WWE partnership being official, now I hope we get Unholy Union versus Spitfire. I mean, we can get it. I don't think it would be as great as you think, but we can get it. Cole says, Jada ain't stupid, but she is fine. Facts. Cole also says, Big Jim actually looked better in the ring. He did. A lot better than he's been. Damien, this is all in caps for those who are listening on the radio, says, why is Charlotte coming back?
Because she's the queen.
Sentiment echoed by me, Damien, but apparently this guy here, Charlotte Mark.
Hey, y'all had a good time without Charlotte, all right? Bring the queen back.
Amazing time.
Bring the queen back. Bring the queen back.
Amazing time without her. Cole says they seem to made
the other person you don't like coming back too, so you better get ready for that too. That also is part of the Four Horsewomen. Yes. And if you know Charlotte gonna be on SmackDown, you know who's gonna be on Raw.
I can stand that one more than Charlotte. Cole says they seemingly made Stratton an old school champion, give the challenger the bulk of the offense, then dazzle before going over. I agree, Cole. Damon says, I bet Jay won't be back till Bad Blood.
Do you know? No.
He's thinking it's that poster, but he doesn't know that's because she's going to be in a Carrie movie. He just seen the poster and he let her believe that's what it's about. That's why he said that.
But they use that. If I know WWE, they probably will use that poster.
They'll probably use it at Bad Blood, though. because that's something they would do. Cole says we getting to see a heel Bianca Belair again. Don't
No,
think
we're
so, sir.
not.
Don't
No,
think so,
we're
sir.
not.
We getting Trinity Fatu is gonna be a bad girl.
There gonna be no more glow.
Which I wouldn't be mad about. Damien says as long as it's not Brock Lesnar or Hogan again, I'm straight with returns.
We weren't talking about the men returning. We're talking about the women.
Cole says, what if both Naomi and Bianca who did Jay dirty? I doubt it was both, but that could be interesting.
That
could be interesting.
But we just don't. The way that Bianca Belair is loved, she's loved by John Cena, so that's why we don't see it happening.
I agree. She's
like
the John Cena.
She's the John Cena. She's the female John Cena.
Little girl loved him some Bianca. The Royal Rumble. Cole says the Royal Rumble's in 12 days. Interesting. No woman announcing her interest into the match until now.
And that's why it leaves so many questions and doors open.
Cole says, come on, timeless Tony Storm, be at the Royal Rumble. But then he gives you 3 rolling on the floor laughing emojis.
Because he know that dude that does tornado powders ain't going to let that happen. That probably the one time he'll use common sense.
Agreed. All right, good people. We are into Monday Night Raw. So for your boy Cool McCain and your man's the Playmaker, we are the Monarchs of Wrestling. And we appreciate everyone tuning in, catching the episode. If you didn't get a chance to see us live today, because there's a lot going on, make sure you come back and flow through and check out your boys. Shout out Real Wise Radio. We appreciate you allowing us to be on the platform live, get our own brand of tomfoolery out to the public. And shout out 502 Angel Radio again, Shady Sports Network. Play
And
Call Sports Talk. They bring Play Calls on YouTube.
This Saturday Night Main Event. You got 3 matches. Tune in. You got 3 matches.
Hopefully we'll
and Jacob Fatu made the card.
Hopefully we get at least one more. We need at least 4. That's ridiculous. Make sure you tell 4 people you think are your friends, 4 people who may or may not like you as well, because all of them will like us because we're us. And also, it's never where you start, good people. It's always where you finish. With that, play callers, don't forget, at Real Play Callers on YouTube. And we out.